Hello there, this is Elena with your weekly astro-dice forecast for the week beginning February 14th. Thank you to my Ko-fi supporters for your generosity that enables me to present these forecasts as well as the lunation forecasts. Hi. I hope that your February has continued to go well. It's been okay here. I've really been enjoying working with the dice this month, so I've been really looking forward to sitting down and recording this forecast as well as the Leo forecast, this Leo full moon forecast we've got coming up this week. But for now, let's check in on what the weather is going to be like for this week. These are my astro dice, if you've never seen them before. This one has the sun and the moon, the north and south nodes of the moon, and all of the planets. This has the numbers 1 through 12 to represent all 12 houses of a natal chart. And this has all of the signs of the zodiac. So let me give these a roll and see what kind of general energy we're looking at for this week. Okay, we've got Uranus that snuck over here. So we've got Uranus in Pisces in the 12th house. Let's get these arranged here. Uranus in Pisces in the 12th. One of the things I always think about with like Uranus in the 12th is really like ripples in a pond. Especially at like kind of a retreat or something, like a rock gets dropped kind of into the stillness of a lake. So especially with having, a watery 12th house here, that's really what I'm thinking about. It's just like a rock being dropped into a lake and then seeing those ripples going outwards. With Jupiter in Pisces, this could be a pleasant surprise. Hopefully, there are a lot of, there are a lot of things associated with the 12th house that cover, I guess, a spectrum of, events that would be considered more positive or significations that would be considered more positive versus ones that would be considered more negative. But, I do think about retreat with the 12th house, like being in kind of like a cabin by a lake, that kind of thing, or like a meditation retreat. So this could be a little bit of like disturbing the peace as well. Yeah, I really think that, kind of like disturbing the peace might be a theme. With Jupiter being there in Pisces, we've had a lot of expansion and growth, which I know are pretty common Jupiter keywords, but, there's always going to be some kind of jostles and surprises and shakes along the way. I think like every small business that's ever started has had, a number of like fumbles and missteps and, rocks in their lake. I guess be prepared, expect the unexpected, like as cliche of a saying as that can be. It doesn't hurt, that's the kind of like preparing for, what could happen. I don't know, backing up your files or whatever, that kind of thing. Just staying one step ahead. But try to be mindful of, because the 12th house is also one of the places where we find enemies, especially like hidden enemies. And it can also be sometimes the self as an enemy in a way, or like unconscious habits and patterns. So this could also possibly be things coming up from your own unconscious that kind of disturb the peace as well, or that disturb the water. There's the mutable energy, with Jupiter being in Pisces is strong. We're getting ready for a big like Pisces pile up, as we get close to the end of Aquarius season. This could be, as Pisces season starts building up, this week, this could be, some surprises getting thrown into the mix. So, expect the unexpected, I think is what I'm going to say about that. And, be mindful of sometimes we can kind of engage in like patterns of like self-sabotage as well with like Uranus in the 12th, just kind of like turning on yourself almost, So Yeah, be mindful of like anything that seems to be desiring, a disturbance of the peace, whether it's, an internal or an external force. So, yeah, yeah, it's, I mean, because let me see, let me check my honeycomb here for what our transits are looking like this week. Just like on a mundane level, I mean, we've got, we've got the full moon on Wednesday. We've got the North Node trine Pluto tomorrow, Mercury moving into Aquarius, the Mars-Venus conjunction finally. Jupiter sextile Uranus on Thursday. So considering that we've got both, Jupiter themes with Pisces and Uranus here, you might look for some of this towards the end of the week, especially since you'll have the moon in Virgo opposing Jupiter there in Pisces. And then Sun moving into Pisces on Friday. Yeah, so I think, maybe towards the end of the week we might see some more of these kind of ripples bubbling up, or some of these kind of, things cracking open. So, maybe spend the first part of the week here kind of getting yourself settled and grounded and just prepared for the mutability to kick up, and for things to just get, real watery, real kind of jiggly. I also think of with Pisces, the foundation's getting a little soft. So yeah, I mean, but take care of yourselves out there, this week and hopefully every week. And yeah, so that's all I've got for you this week. I hope that you take care this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.